Yeah. How are we doing, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Can you give me thumbs up if you can hear me? Welcome to another episode of Breaking Bread, a safe place to share ideas on personal human development delivered around food, fitness and motivation. I'm your host, Horace Jones, the Game Changer. This is your game-changing moment because it only takes a moment to change the game. Nice. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone for wishing me a happy birthday. Feel blessed today. Thank you very much. I'm living to see another day again, and I'm living to basically inspire you guys another day again. So today I was doing a class. I work with kids with challenging behaviour, and I was doing a class today, and I thought, it might be a great idea for us to talk about the same topics, because I do believe in that these things can affect you no matter what age you are. Okay, so again, there's no guest today, so you got me. I've not even been shopping, so again, I'm going to open my cupboards. I'm going to find what I can find in my cupboards, and I'm going to cook some meal. So again, guys, stay with me for the hour, and I hope you enjoy the show. And again, if any of you guys that want to come on the show, let me know, inbox me, and we can exchange numbers and we can get these things on the road. So today's show consists of responsibility, forgiveness, blame game, ripple effect, and choice. Okay, so all these, these words affect us on, probably on a daily basis, or sometimes in our life. We come against these things that basically affect us. So yeah, I'm just going to go through them. And again, guys, if you have any comments, put the comments up and we can discuss what I'm talking about, and we can go from there. I'm just going to make sure that you can hear me. So Tiana, you want to go and put headphones on, please, to make sure you can hear me. So just making sure if you can hear me, guys, to we can see what's going on. So I want to know if we can be heard right now. You can hear me? Okay, so you can hear me. So again, the first one is responsibility. Okay. Now I think you can stop it now. So a lot of I'll just pause it. So a lot of us, I feel as if, like, whether we're young, middle age or old, I think a lot of us kind of like don't like the word responsibility. I feel as if, like, a lot of us, down to myself as well, we try to, I think we have responsibility, but we don't look at it on a different scale, and how much this word affects us, and how, because we don't want to take responsibility of certain things, we don't live the lifestyle that we could live, right? But the next one is forgiveness. A person said to me they gave me an illustration. It says, when you go to the petrol station, when you reach at the petrol station, the last person that was using the pump before, how much petrol they're putting will be on the pump. Now, the minute you pick up the nozzle, the pump to put into the car, it goes back on zero. So it restarts again. So this is where forgiveness comes in. Now, think about yourself having a rucksack, okay? And think about when, when you're having, whether it's scenarios or whether you're having problems with people or whether you're having situations that you're not happy about. Think about you're putting rocks inside this rucksack every day. So you got these rocks in this rucksack, and eventually it's going to get very heavy. And imagine if you're kind of climbing up a mountain as well. You got all these rocks inside this rucksack. Eventually, you're going to give way. So having things like problems, having things like worries, stress, they're the things that's basically you're carrying around on a day-to-day basis. So it's how you kind of like deal with these issues will either make you healthy, or they can basically make you sick in the end. Okay, we're moving on to the blame game. Now, the reason why I said the blame game, because I was working with these young people, and a lot of them don't want to face up to, they don't want to take responsibility. So rather than take responsibility, it was that person that done it. It was this person that said this. Well, it wasn't me, it was him, and da-da-da-da-da. And but I also thinking that also follows us into adulthood as well. We don't want to take full responsibility of the things that we do, things that we say, and even just taking responsibility to be the best that you can be. I think a lot of us are living a lifestyle where, because certain things seems to be difficult, we'd rather not jump on that paddy wagon. We'd rather take it nice and easy rather than looking at basically what's the best option. Okay, so again, I'm going to look at this computer again. So tell anyone to get back on the computer, please. I want to see if anybody is out there. You should have just paused it, not turned it off. But yeah, then we've got the ripple effect. Now, working with these young people, the thing I was trying to show them is that, you know, every situation or everything that you come up against has a behind the scenes act or action that you don't see. Okay, so whether it's that you've said something, you've done something, there is always things behind the scenes that you never ever see. Sometimes you see, but sometimes you don't see. So the ripple effect for me is a massive thing, and what I try and teach these young people is to start a positive ripple, because they say the ripple always comes back to you. So if you're a very negative person, if you're a very insecure person, if you're very you're kind of like the anxiety, the depression. Now, because you're pushing out these things, this is what's coming back to you. So it's how you start retraining your mind and start thinking a lot differently to make sure that you're having a different outcome. Okay, so we move down to choice. Now, with these young people, again, going back to the blame game, a lot of them don't want to see it as there's always a choice. You know, they see it as basically, right, this is what I want to do, and this is the way it has to be. But I'm always saying to them that we always have a choice, and most of the time we always take the easiest option, or we take the option that we feel is the best option at that specific time. But I have a formula that I've been working on, and it's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's about whatever idea that you have in your head. You know, after 5 seconds, get up and get it done. So when I think about choice, it's kind of having the same thing. Before you make that move, try and count 5 seconds before, or give yourself time to think of what it is in front of you, rather than just thinking, the first thing that comes to my head, I'm just going to say it, or the first action that I feel as if I need to do it, I'm going to do it. Because when we think about responsibility always basically affects these 5 things. Okay, so when we think we don't want to take responsibility for our own actions, then we use this, we go into the blame game, start blaming other people because we don't want to take full responsibility. Now, once we get into the blame game, it starts a ripple effect. Okay, and then from the ripple effect, it kind of, I wouldn't say it takes away our choices, but it makes us make wrong choices. And then from the choices that we make, we're going back up to here. Forgiveness. Because we've made a wrong choice and we've blamed somebody, we're now finding it hard to forgive because of the situation that we're now in. So we want to blame somebody for something that we've created, and because the outcome that's happened we're not happy about, then we start finding ways to absolutely blame the other person rather than taking the whole responsibility on ourselves. So when I'm teaching these young people that responsibility is absolutely a massive thing, and it's not just having responsibility where you're a mother or father, or you're a 10-year-old child, or you're a 20-year-old, you're a 50-year-old. It's having responsibility with every single thing that you do and everything that you're trying to be a part of, and coming out of the comfort zone, because as I'm kind of like I'm getting older and I'm seeing things differently, and realizing that taking full responsibility of certain things, it takes you out of the comfort zone. It puts you in a new space where sometimes you are going to question whether you're making the right choices, or you are going to question whether this new adventure is the best option for you, because the old way you was living, you probably was thinking that you was getting more results. I heard a thing this morning as well that kind of made me think, you know what, it was a good description of how we do things. Now, this guy was on about, okay, you've been working at a job for 10 years, okay? Or you've been working at a job for 5 years. Now, the first year you started, you gave it all, you gave it 100%. After that, you're doing the same thing over and over again. So even though you've been working there for 10 years, it's like you've only got 1 year's experience, because the rest of the 9 years or the rest of the 4 years was doing the same thing. But the first year was like the best year that you had. But from the first year, you've not grown, you've not upped your game, you've not studied, you've not gone on courses, you've not done certain things. So this is why, again, guys, where we seem to be in this trap of being better than we were yesterday. And what we've got to look at things, it's not about material, it's about you within yourself, realizing that we are creatures of, trying to learn as every day goes on. Like the only way I can kind of describe this is a baby. When a baby is basically, first a baby's born, then they try and sit up, they try and hold their heads up, then they try and crawl, then they try and stand up, then they try and walk from here to there. At no point did a baby say, I fell over for it twice, I'm not going to walk anymore, it's too hard work, I'm just going to keep crawling for the rest of my life. The baby has learned how to develop themselves over a period of time. And now from walking now, they're going to try and run. And from run, they're going to try and do a number of things. So at what point do we stop that growth concept within ourselves? And this is the major thing that I want to say to people, that if you ever get stuck sometimes about what development means, watch a baby. Seriously, watch a child and watch our child doesn't have the concept of it's hard, it can't be done. I find it difficult. So, when we talk about responsibility, it's like, okay then, right, how do you see yourself in this big world, and basically what is it that you're trying to achieve? Now, if you can take full responsibility for understanding like the concept of 24 hours, we all have the same hours in a day. You might think to yourself, oh, I haven't got time. Now it means that it might mean you have to go to bed early, or you might have to wake up early to get that time to have the responsibility to be able to do what you do. It's like today, I knew how to do this, but I've been rushing around, so I was a bit off point today. Okay, forgiveness is a massive one. We carry a lot of weight around on us on a day-to-day basis, and sometimes the weight can make us sick, because we kind of beat ourselves up. Or this person done this and this person said that, so I'm not going to talk to them, and I'm going to hold this inside, and I want to dislike them, and then them kind of things that you're carrying around, it can absolutely make it ill. So we have to learn how to let go. I'm not saying that you've got to forget and think well, this happened, and tomorrow morning you can just totally forget. You can't, because we have a subconscious mind that holds on to a lot of things. But at the same time, you have to learn how to practice how to let go of things and how to change the way the subconscious mind works. So again, the blame game, I think the blame game is an absolutely big one. The reason why I've not achieved this is because I've got kids. The reason why I've not got this, because my boss makes me work this long. The reason why I've not got this, because I've not got time to do this. The reason why I've not blame game. Okay. The blame game can also be seen as excuses. A lot of us find excuses because it makes us feel good. If I've not accomplished things I want in life, I can say excuses, throw them out there, makes me feel good. Right? The reason why I've not achieved that, because this and that's happened. The reason why I've not got it's because the system's against me. The reason why I've not got this because there's a million and one excuses. The minute we learn to stop the excuses or stop the blame, we start developing a different strategy. We start looking at, instead of saying things can't work, we start looking at how can we make it work. Again, guys, I think I have a new thing in my head now where it's like, the minute I'm having a conversation with somebody and they say, oh, it's hard, I can't work, I absolutely switch off. I absolutely switch off. Because I think to myself, when I look at how the world has developed over these years, and there's so much incredible things going on, whether it's the internet, whether it's the mobile phone. I'm in my 40s now. When I think about when I was in my teens, I remember the first phone that I seen. There was a friend of mine, and his dad had a phone, and the phone was about, I don't know, probably about as big as my arm. Big, massive brick phone with a massive aerial, and look at the technology that we have now, and there was no internet there. So look at the stuff that we've had. So imagine if the first person that thought, well, I want to do this idea, and they had the whole concept of like, well, it can't work because this and that and this and that, you understand? So we need to learn to, in a way, stop looking at, I wouldn't say stop looking at problems, but more look at solutions, because there's always going to be a problem there. But what we need to learn how to do is to find a solution, okay? Because every day there will be problems that we need to face. But for you to really and truly shine or get the best out of you, or get the best out of this life that you have, and you only have one life, you have to start looking at solutions. Don't look at the problem. Look at how I can do this. How can I change this? And sometimes you might have to get I don't know. You might have to get help. You might have to put it out there. You might have to speak to a lot of different people. And if you know me, guys, and you watch my videos, you realize that I'm always talking about your circle is so important. Change your circle. You know, I look at my circle at least once a month. You know, and it's like, okay, you know, these people that I'm around, am I getting the growth that I need? Am I also passing on growth to people, what they need? So it's all about you looking at the people that you're spending time with, because like I said, going back to the 24 hours, guys, we've got 24 hours. So if I'm surrounded with people where all we seem to talk about when we get together is, oh, that person said this, and remember last year we did this, and going out and buying some shoes and buying some clothes, and it's talking about probably the past tense all the time, or talking about trivial things. Now, for you to be better than you are, or for you to start developing skills that you need, you have to start surrounding with people. As they say, if you want to get into, I don't know, say you want to get into driving, okay, it's best to start finding people who drive. It's better to start talking to people like, you know, how do they pass their test, what do they find, this and that, It's best to find people who are doing things that you want to get into, and then start trying to be around that circle as much as you can. So it's not good you want to be like this, but the circle that you're around is on a totally different path, and plus you're giving them more time. You're giving them lots of time out of your day. So that's another thing what I keep saying, guys. Your circle is so important. Yeah, you have to look at your circle, especially if you want to be, if you want to do great things. I always say there's two kinds of people. There's normal people, and then there's great people. So it's like, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself on that spectrum? Do you want a normal life, which is, again, there's nothing absolutely wrong with it. There's nothing absolutely wrong with, right, let's get a job, don't like the job, but I just crack on, pay my bills, I'll go out on a little Saturday night, and then, you know, I'd just be happy with that. The extraordinary life now is the person where, as I say, work harder on yourself than you work on your job. So it's maybe, like I said, you're getting up that extra early to work on yourself. You're now looking at the circle of people that you're hanging around with. You're now looking at, okay, how can I develop my skills where I'm bringing more value to the marketplace? You know, it's not about how many years you've been in a company, or basically because you're a nice person. You being a nice person doesn't mean that you're going to get a pay rise. You being there for 10 years doesn't mean that you're going to get a pay rise. You know, and sometimes it puzzles me when, you know, people can't see that, or people can say, okay, like I remember one of the jobs I had. The first job I really had was I was at the airport, and within 6 months I got promoted, and it's like people are like, you know, how's it getting promoted? But it wasn't. They were looking at the wrong things. They weren't looking at the things that I was willing to do, what they was not willing to do. They wasn't looking at, well, I'm looking to stay about that hour earlier. They wasn't looking at, I'm willing to use my initiative rather than somebody tell me what to do. Do you understand? So all these things bring value to you as a person. Okay? So again, the ripple effect is absolutely massive. Every situation that we come into always have different outcomes. There's always a ripple effect to mostly everything you do on a day-to-day basis. You have an argument with somebody. That ripple effect from that argument is that you probably left there, you're now feeling upset. The next person that you come up against now, you probably react with them totally differently because of how you're feeling. That argument you've had and that person that's took that argument with you has probably left you and probably passed that argument on. And then the other person, the other person that they've also met is obviously again passed that on. So the ripple effect, sometimes it goes so big, we don't even know what the ending product is. And then again, like they say, it comes back round to you again. So this is why I'm saying, try your best to always start a positive ripple, you know, because if you're starting positiveness and it's coming back to you, it's gonna make you good, it's gonna make you feel good about yourself. And choice, there is always a choice. There is always a way where we can look at a situation in two different ways. I was talking about being an optimist and a pessimist to my kids, and I was saying, do you know what the difference is between a pessimist and an optimist? And they was like, yeah. And I said, okay, break it down to me. So they were not too far away from the answer, but I broke it down in the easiest way I could think of, where like, okay, it's raining outside, right? I can easily say to myself, it's raining, I'm going to stay in, I'm going to get wet, can't go anywhere, you know. Or I can say to myself, well, I've got an umbrella in the cupboard, I've got a coat, and I've got wellies, you know. So it all depends on how you see a situation to get the best out of that situation. So the choice, like I said, we always have a choice to look at things in different ways. Sometimes our subconscious, because of our environment and the way we've been raised, we always look at things as a doom and gloom. We always tend to look at the things, the worst, rather than the best way possible. It's like, that's why we always look at things. We always look at problems rather than solutions, you know. And that's why we probably only have a small percentage of people out here that are absolutely doing well or thriving or rich or millionaires or whatever, because they look at solutions, not problems, where the most of us look at problems. So we have to learn in a way to kind of like change the way we think to get different results. So like I said, the class today was all about these 5 words and how these 5 words affect us on a day-to-day basis, and how we can start looking at responsibility different, you know, looking at forgiveness different, looking at the blame game different, looking at ripple effect different, and choice. And all these things affect each other. It's like, you know, I've got like a bit of a snake going on there. So everything affects everything, and everything always comes back down to responsibility, you know. So we have to look at things, guys, on a more in-depth way if we want different results. I'm going to go in the kitchen now. Like I said, I didn't do my shopping as I wanted to do, but the beauty of this is that I'm also going to show you guys how to cook food that you might not think that you could make a meal of, or you might thinking, oh, there's no food in the cupboards, I need to go and buy more. Where as long as you have certain foods in your cupboard, you can always blend them together and to make a meal. Because the whole thing behind this is to show people how to survive off a small amount of money, but at the same time getting a nutritious meal. So if you feel as if, like, you know, I've done shopping, I've got no money, look in your cupboards. So I'm going to look in my cupboards. I'm going to get a few things out, and I am going to create a meal, and I'm going to show you how the power of basically looking at things differently, and how to put things together, and how to you know, not go shopping so much, and how to look at things, what to buy, so you can get the value for money rather than buying, you know, like going like a takeaway. You know, most takeaways nowadays, you know, unless you live by yourself, most takeaways you're looking at minimum £10. You know, if you've got a family, maybe looking at that one takeaway is probably 30 quid, and that's one day. So if you're having 2 takeaways a week, 3 takeaways a week, that could be 30, 40, 60 quid a week. That's just food. You know, what about everything else that goes along in the house? So we need to look at how we can utilize the things that we already have, and learn how to shop a bit more effectively. Because at the same time, like I said, there's no way you're going to working for the hard money, and then before you even look around, the money's basically gone again. So we're going to go into the kitchen, guys, and we're going to look at how we can develop some skills that's going to better us off in the long run. So give us a couple of seconds to basically change over, and we're going to do this. So yeah, let's get it done. Don't need to press all that. All you need to do is this. There you go. Simple as. So again, where we at? So what we got here so far? Let me move these pens out of the way. So I got some okra. The only thing I really got today was some okra, but I got some old ones here, so I'm going to use these old ones first. So I'm going to start off with some okra. Got a bit of a plant in there as well. I'm going to use that up. I'll use this okra up here. My thyme's looking a bit dead. Still smells a bit okay, but I think I've got some more here. Yep, I've got some more here. That one's a bit better. I can get rid of this here. And I try and put my okra in something like this, guys, because when it comes to okra, you can't put it together too tight because they start going off pretty quickly, and if they're damp, they go off. So you need to try and keep them somewhere where they're not moist. Okay. So I've got what I've got in here. So I've got some this here. What else have we got in here? I've got some quinoa. So straight away, I've got this here, quinoa, or I've got pasta, right? So because we're working on speed, I'm going to put the pasta away because I know the quinoa cooks quicker than pasta, okay? So I'm happy with, so this is like my rice bit now, so I've got that bit there, so I'm happy with that, okay? And now I need to look at what I can put with that to basically make it a meal, okay? So, let's see what we've got. So I've got some of this here. Got some of this here. What else I've got? I've got some of this here. Got some of this here. Some of this. Yeah, what else have I got? I shouldn't have this in a tin, but I used it yesterday and I couldn't find something to put it in. But guys, never put tins in the fridge. Try and find something to put it in, but I didn't have it, so I put my thing in there. And I want to use it up because, again, I don't want it to go back in the fridge, so I'm going to use that up as well. What else we got? And I got my stuff here as well. I call that my box of tricks. You know, everything else put in there. Got some spring onion. Okay. Okay, so we got a few things actually. We're definitely doing good. We're definitely doing good. Okay. So yeah, let's give it a go, guys. Let's give it a go. So let's come over here with all these things that we have. So again, I don't know if I'm going to use this, but I'm going to put that there as well, just in case. I don't know. I think that should be alright. That should be up in it. I've got some spring onion there. I've got that there. What else do I need? Got some ginger. Got some this in there as well. And yes, some of that there. So basically, I'm not going shopping, but look what I found in my cupboards. Okay, so. If you can help me, I can't remember what this is called. So if you can help me, tell me what this is called. That'd be a great help. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I went to the shop the other day. I seen it and I thought, you know what, yeah. It looks the cross between a celery and what else?
Lettuce.
Sorry, what?
Lettuce.
Lettuce. Yeah. Different kind of lettuce. Yeah. So we've got courgette, aubergine, garlic, red pepper, tomatoes, pumpkin, ginger, mushrooms, spring onion, okra, sweet plantain, string beans. We've got some chilies here. So again, we've got and then we've got even this here as well. We've got sun-dried tomato. So
Hold on, a pak choi.
Pak choi. Thank you very much, pak choi. Thank you. So again, like I says, this is what I've got out of my fridge and my cupboards. So I don't need to buy. I don't need to go shopping. So again, this is not even cost me a fiver because this is food that I bought before and I have left over. So what am I going to cook? So straight away, the things I'm going to look at is colours. Okay, I love colours. I love colours. So I want to look at colours, getting colours together and putting colours together and combining these colours together to get the flavours and just getting them beautiful textures. So straight away, I'm going to use this. Start from red pepper. Okay, I'm going to put some pumpkin in there as well. I said at the start, I'm going to use my okra. There's my okra there, and I'm going to use my plantain sweet. Okay, so I want some of that in there. So I want to use my sweet plantain as well. Garlic. Put some garlic in there. My flavors. My thyme. Where's my thyme gone? I want to throw some thyme in there as well. There we go. And for just a little bit of a kick, yeah, I want to put my chilies in there. Spring onion again. I want to throw some of my spring onions in there. There we go there. Am I going to bother with these? No, I think I'll probably put these back. My what's it called again? Potro?
Pak choy.
Pot choy. Yeah, I definitely want to use this because it just looks nice. So I want to throw some of that in there. Definitely want to create some of this. And my asparagus. Yeah, I want to throw some asparagus in. So again, guys, that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use my sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm going to use my ginger. So, you know what as well? I'm going to throw some of that in as well. Just to finish it off. So, that's what I'm using there, guys. I'm going to put these back here. Put these back. Am I going to use this? I don't know yet. I'm gonna leave that there for now. I'm gonna definitely leave that there for now. Let me see if we can use it or not. Okay. So let's put these back in here. So again today, guys, it's all about you looking in your cupboards, finding things. I'm putting flavors together, guys, just having an experiment. I mean, this is what cooking's about. Cooking's really about experimenting, okay? You start off with, you know, what you feel as if you know. Having an experiment. You know, you come out of your comfort zone, you put these things together, and I'm telling you, from once you've got certain ingredients, what you're cooking is going to be beautiful. So we're going to start off with my quinoa. So I'm going to put my quinoa in my pot. How much quinoa I'm going to use? Again, it's only me and the camera person, so I don't need a lot. But I've got this bit in here, which is there. And there's two kinds of quinoa. I've got this one here, which is just a single colour. And I've got a bit of a mixture here. And it depends where you buy this from, guys, because I think I paid about £1 odd for these. I also went to another place and I paid nearly £4. So when it comes to this, guys, shop around. Definitely shop around. Now looking here, I know the thing that's going to take the longest to cook will be my okra. So I'm going to start off with my okra. I'm going to make sure I start off cooking that first more than anything else, because I know I have everything there. That's going to take the longest, okay? So let me just put this on the fire now. And again, I don't want too much water in there. Enough there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on a low fire. Again, guys, it's just like rice. Exactly the same. You know, you cook it the same. It starts bubbling, you turn it down. Exactly just like rice, guys. So it's no differently from rice. It's just a bit more nutritious than rice. I think it has 99% of vitamins your body needs. Again, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Quinoa. Search out. Yeah. And see what value. Again, I'm running out of everything, guys. Running out of my salt. Running out of everything. So that's that there. We've got left. We've got the black pepper here. Just again, it's a little bit of flavour on there, guys, to give it a little bit of a better taste, because it is kind of bland. It's very bland. I want to take the blandness away. Got a little bit of what else we got there? I had some all-purpose seasoning somewhere. Even though, guys, I'm trying to come away from these things here, you know, every now and again, you know, I just throw a little bit in, you know, just to, you know, give me a little flavour. I don't want to throw too much in. I don't really want to use them things on a regular basis either. So again, give this a little bit of a stir here. Put my lid on. The lid can stay there. Okay. Give my frying pan a little wash. Guys, I've not mentioned the 90-day challenge in a long time. You know, has anybody been carrying on with the 90-day challenge? Has anyone even got to be a point where they thought, you know, I want to try some new things, I want to develop myself and carry on, or is all that being blown out the window? You know, it's a new month again, guys. We're 12 days in. It's always good to start today, not leaving things off too long. So again, I'm gonna start off with my okra. I'm going to give this okra a little bit of a wash. And this is another thing that I learned, because when I'm cooking, obviously I ask people, because again, like I say guys, we don't know it all. Now when I first started cooking a long time ago, I was never cutting these off. And my sister says when you cut them off, sometimes they have maggots in. Now that's why it's best, guys, to always cut the ends off it so you can see inside them. Okay, you can always see inside them so you can see if they got, because you would think, they got maggots in, but it's amazing how maggots can get anywhere. So always cut the ends of them off, have a look in them so you can see what's inside them, you know, if they're good okra or not. Again, I'm just gonna cut these off, and because again they take so long, I'm gonna try and cut them up in small pieces. I don't want them to be basically too big, so I want to get them as not too small, but just enough for them to just cook quick. Okay, so I'm happy with that size there. Definitely happy with that size. Over there. Okay. Again, like I says, these are the nutrition foods that your body needs. Again, research the stuff, guys, that I use in my kitchen. Google them, see what vitamins are in them. Don't take my word from it. Always do your own research, as they say. And look at the benefits of these things, you know. Got diabetes. These are the things you should be looking to put in your diet. You know, high blood pressure. These are the things you should be putting in your diet. Yeah, definitely, man. These are the things that we should be looking to eat. So I thought I'd turn this on. Obviously I didn't. So I'll turn it on now. So let that pot just dry before I add some oil to it. I think I might even just put my thyme in as well first, just to get the flavour. And then I'm going to add my asparagus in next as well. So with my asparagus, again, I'm going to cut them down the middle, cut them in half. I want to cut them down the middle there. And again, guys, this is just about, because I want it to cook quick. Yeah, I want it to cook quick. So I'll cut them down the middle. Separate them away from okra, because I know my okra takes double time for it to cook. It takes a long while. Time we on? You're on good time. You're on good time. Again, let me put a little bit of oil in this pan. So we're running out of oil, going back to the old oil where I don't like using that oil there, but sometimes, guys, you just got to grab it. Throw some of this thyme in as well. You know, all the thyme is just doing is just giving them that nice flavouring. That's all I'm always looking for, guys, that nice flavouring all the time. I had a friend of mine at work, she cooked me some food yesterday. It was absolutely beautiful. Asian lady. And the spices that she put in that food, absolutely, it's just got me guessing. So I'm definitely going to try and find out the stuff that she basically was using, so I can definitely, this has kind of gone off a little bit, so I'll just take that off there. I'm going to cut this out there. With my spoon, you can get the story there. Cook them up nicely. And the asparagus cut up. what I'm going to add in next. How's my quinoa doing? Quinoa is doing good. Bubbling up there. So now it's kind of bubbling up, guys. Same thing as rice. I want to turn it down. I don't want it to cook too quick. So turn that down. Again, I'm leaving that to do what it's doing. Going back to my garlic. And I learned a new trick the other day with garlic. Again, guys, friend of mine, when you're cooking, go to cook with people. It's more fun as well. So he was basically showing me to was it you cut off the end, or was it you cut off this bit? I think you cut off one. I think you cut off the top actually. You squish it down, and it just comes off easy. See that there? Comes off in one. There's no messing about. Look at that there, and it worked first time. Wow. Again, these are absolutely big, so I'm going to use one. Okay, I'm not going to use more than one, so one's good enough. They're pretty big these. Again, I want to try and get it as fine as I can. Remember, guys, we normally try and cook under a fiver. Again, you know, when we're in a family situation, the way things are going on now, there isn't a lot of money, but at the same time, we still got to eat good. So we always try and find ways of how we can get a nutritious meal, but it's under a fiver. You know, it's not broke the bank. Again, me put my asparagus in next. So it's like green and green there, you know. It's not looking very colourful at the minute. Green and green. Again, that's enough. Let's turn this fire down as well. There we go. I'm happy with that. So then I'm going to add. Again, I want to cut this up as small as I can as well, just so it can cook fast. That's all I want to cook quick. So the smaller I do it, the quicker it's going to cook. Okay, so let's put these in here. Again, look at that, the quinoa is absolutely bubbling up, so I don't really want it to cook too good, so let's turn it down a little bit more. My pumpkin here again. Same, guys, I want to get it as small as possible. You know, small slices. Cut them in half. A bit too big for me there. Cut them in half there. Real easy. Again, I want to move the bottom. Put these at the bottom now, put everything else at the top. Remember, guys, if you want to come on the show, inbox me, get a conversation going. We inspire people. Yeah, just let them know what you're doing, man. If there's anything that you want to talk about, any topics, inbox me and let's get talking. You know, if there's any charity things that you're doing out there, you want any help, let's put it out there to the public to get your help. You know, the money that you might need, let's try and see if we can get you funded. You know, let's use the show as much as we can. So now it's looking a bit more colourful now, you know. The orange now is giving it a little bit more of a colour. And I'm going to throw my garlic in there. This is what you call cooking, guys, man. You know, looking at things and putting them together and making a meal, you know. The thing is about these, because you bought these things anyway, so you would have ate them anyway, so it's about putting them together to make them that ultimate meal. Absolutely. Again, I got my ginger. Probably that's enough there. That's how I would say, my ginger. Again. Same like my garlic again, I want to get my ginger small as I can. You don't really want to be biting into big pieces of ginger, you know. Get them up small. I can just smell the thyme there already. It's smelling beautiful. Definitely smell. I can smell the garlic as well. It's all smelling nice. Yeah. Stirring now. Yeah. What are the next? My eggplant in. Again guys, I'm telling you, all these things together, combining, I'm telling you, the amount of vitamins that you're getting in there is unbelievable. I'm telling you guys. Let's separate these. Roll them in. There we go. So again, this is air bubbling up pretty nicely. Just a little bit of mix it up. There we go. Right there. Now my time, I can start taking up my time now because these have they've done the job. You know, definitely done the job. These. I'm not really bothered about the little ones, but the big ones that you can see there, just get them out. We got fire still, I don't know, is it gone off? Time we on? Oh, we on good time there. Okay. So now I want to start adding in my plantain. I'm going to use, can't see myself using the whole of this, so we just cut it in half. Use half. Again, I'm going to try and use, let's put this over here because I don't want this to end up in a bin. So again, cut it up nice and small. And again guys, this is just, it's got a sweet taste to it. If you don't know what a plantain is, family of banana. So it's just like the same, it's got a sweet taste to it. And that's all I'm just trying to bring to this meal, just a sweet kind of, like a bit of a sweet kind of, spicy kind of flavor I'm trying to go for right now. You know what I mean? Definitely a sweet, spicy flavor. Let's throw that in there now. Yeah. Again, what's cooking all this off now is just steam. It's not oil, it's steam. Okay? Again, we're trying to do it the healthy way. Again, we had a little bit of oil in there just to kick us off. But everything now in this pot is getting cooked by steam only. And that's what we've got to try and get away from, guys. We've got to try and get away from the oil. Try and get into whether it's the oven, steaming stuff. Yeah, that's just like a healthy way of eating. We've got to try and start putting that in our everyday habits. So I know that well, red pepper is not going to take long. Spring onion again. So these, I know these I can probably eat nearly raw, so I don't really need to cook them off for long, you know. And then I'm going to add my coconut. I'm not going to use that sweet and sour, I'm going to use my coconut instead. I'm going to add a bit of hot water as well. I'm going to get them nice colours in there. That's still on that fire. That fire keep going up. See what's this saying now? So that's just got a little while to go. We're on good time. Got all them colours in there, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I always try and clean as I go. So when I finish, at least I ain't got lots of cleaning up to do. No one likes to clean up, do they? So try and clean as I go. Again, guys, the chilies, we're not going to throw too much of them in there. That's about it with that. Put these up again as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to coconut oil in there. Coconut milk, sorry, not coconut oil. Go. So we need a name for this, guys. Can we name this meal? Anybody come up with a name? Anybody we need to start dedicating? Anyone we need to have a shout? So again, I'm going to use just the end of these. Yeah. Go. Put a little bit of water to that, not too much. That'll do me. And we're going to give that maybe about, you know, a couple of minutes just to simmer off. Again, I'm adding this on top here, guys. So we can find a lid for it now and let it do what it's doing. Can I find a lid? Is this the lid here? This is not the lid, but you know, that will do all the same. We can leave that there for now. Actually, can we find the right lid? look for the right lid right now. I'm going to leave it as that there, let it do what it's doing. What's this doing here now? That just needs to dry out right now, guys. Put that back on there. Put these away. This away. I didn't get to use that in the end. Telling you guys, that looks beautiful. Look at all them colours there, look at that. Yeah, telling you. Got the red for the blood. Got the green, digestive system. Okay. Got the colours in there, man. Purple, I'm sure we had some purple in there. We've got the purple as well. Got the rainbow. So we're gonna get to what time are we on there? What time are we on there? On the phone, can you see what time is there? No? I know we're doing good for time, so we're gonna get 2 bowls. Yeah. Okay. But we've got 3 minutes left, guys. 3 minutes left. I think I can do it. 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 3 minutes. I'm tidying up as well. You know, it's a bonus. So let me just wash these things off here. By the time 3 minutes ago, everything should be done. First thing I'm going to do is get my quinoa. Yeah, it's dried out nicely, that there, guys. Look at that there, it's dried out nicely. It's nice and fluffy. So I want it nice and fluffy. Let's turn this off. Let's add our quinoa to our plate. Could have left it on a little bit longer, but we're running out of time. So again, guys, if you want to stop eating rice, you know, I would say you to try this out. Quinoa, it's beautiful. Doesn't bloat you up as well like rice does. I think rice bloats you up, gives you like a bloated feeling when you've had rice. You know, that bloated feeling that we all get. Again, look at that there, guys. Look at that there. Definitely happy with them colours there. Definitely. Like I said, guys, all I've done is look in my cupboards, took what was in there, and made a meal out of it. Thing there, guys. So again, I want to get all them colours there in the bowl. All them there, a bit of red, bit of green, orange, yellow. I want to get all them colours in there. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Again, them reds in there. Yeah. Greens. Turn this off. Then guys, that's what we're looking at. That's what basically got out of our cupboards and made a meal out of it. So again, it's all about you looking at what's in your cupboards, guys, and making it work, make it happen. Again, this is Horace Jones, the Game Changer. Another episode of Breaking Bread. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can use some of the stuff that we had on our flip chart there, on our board out there. And again, guys, like I says, responsibilities. You know, let's jump on it. Let's jump on the stop using blames and finding excuses to why we're not achieving the results that we want to achieve, and also making the right choices. Looking at things the best way possible, and giving ourselves that 5 seconds before we make that choice. So again, Horace Jones, a Game Changer. This was your game-changing moment. It only takes a moment to change the game. Yeah.